The best fighter is never angry. Act with the heart of the warrior. Never respond to an angry person with a fiery comeback, even if he deserves it. Don't allow his anger to become your anger. It is good to face challenges in your youth. He who has never suffered will not sufficiently temper his character. As a samurai, I must strengthen my character. As a human being, I must perfect my spirit. Bushido is realized in the presence of death. This means choosing death whenever there is a choice between life and death. There is no other reasoning. The way of the samurai is found in death. When it comes to either or, there is only the quick choice of death. It is not particularly difficult. Be determined and advance. I have found that the way of the samurai is death. This means that when you are compelled to choose between life and death, you must quickly choose death. No matter how much you hate or how much you suffer, you can't bring the dead back to life. Observation and perception are two separate things. The eye that observes is stronger. The eye that perceives is weaker. If you embark on an uncharted path, infinite secrets will appear at the end. A samurai will use a toothpick even though he has not eaten. Inside the skin of a dog, outside the hide of a tiger. The sword has to be more than a simple weapon. It has to be an answer to life's questions. Warriors do not lower themselves to the standards of other people. They live independently according to their own standards and code of honor. The undisturbed mind is like the calm body of water, reflecting the brilliance of the moon. Empty the mind, and you will realize the undisturbed mind. The samurai is the first to suffer anxiety for human society, and he is the last to seek personal pleasure. This is the substance of the way of the samurai. If by setting one's heart right every morning and evening, one is able to live as though his body were already dead, he gains freedom in the way. His whole life will be without blame, and he will succeed in his calling. I'm not a fighter, but in my mind, I'm fighting every day. What's new? What am I doing? I'm fighting myself. My soul is samurai. My roots aren't samurai, but my soul is. Engage in combat, fully determined to die, and you will be alive. Wish to survive in the battle, and you will surely meet death. When you leave the house, determined not to see it again, you will come home safely. When you have any thought of returning, you will not return. When facing the realm of life and death in the form of an enemy's sword, one must be firmly settled in mind and body, and not at all intimidated. Anyone can give up. It is the easiest thing in the world to do, but to hold it together when everyone would expect you to fall apart, now that is true strength. When an opponent comes forward, move in and greet him. If he wants to pull back, send him on his way. Fall down 7 times, stand up 8. When you advise, you first discern whether or not the other person is willing to accept it. A warrior is worthless unless he rises above others and stands strong in the midst of a storm. The samurai always has to rise and move on, because new challenges will come.